Settle down in a chair, making yourself comfortable as best you can. And allow your eyes to close gently. And bring your awareness to how you're sitting in the chair, where your body makes contact with the chair. If it's comfortable for you, sitting with your legs uncrossed and your feet flat on the floor, and your lower back can be supported by the back of the chair, which makes a stable base for your upper body. Your spine is straight but not stiff, and gently guide your chest to be lifted slightly, and let gravity just allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears. Your head centered, it's balanced comfortably between your shoulders, and your crown, the crown of your head is lifted slightly toward the ceiling. Your chin is lowered slightly. When you intentionally adjust your body this way, it allows you to take on a dignified sitting posture. Now take a few minutes to get in touch with the movement of your breath and the sensations in the body. Be aware of the sense of touch and pressure in your body where it makes contact with whatever you're sitting on. And spend a minute or two exploring these sensations, just as you did in the body scan. Is there an area of the body that's calling for your attention? Perhaps because of muscle soreness or joint soreness or swelling, inflammation. If that's the case, just note it. Be aware of other sensations coming from the body that may not be as demanding in terms of your attention. And now bring your awareness to the changing patterns of physical sensations in your belly, in your lower abdomen, as the breath moves in and as the breath moves out of your body. You might even want to place your hand on your belly and feel the changing patterns of sensations as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Focusing your awareness on the sensations of the slight stretching as the abdominal wall rises with each in-breath, and of the gentle deflation as it falls with each out-breath. As best you can, follow with your awareness the changing physical sensations in the lower abdomen, all the way through as the breath enters your body on the in-breath, and all the way through as the breath leaves your body on the out-breath. Maybe noticing the slight pauses between one in-breath and the following out-breath. and between one out breath and the following in breath. And there's no need to try to control the breath in any way. Simply let the breath breathe itself. And as best you can, try to bring that attitude of allowing to the rest of your experience. You don't have to fix anything. There's no particular state to be achieved. As best you can, simply allow your experience to be your experience without needing it to be other than it is. You're simply being an observer of your breathing. And sooner or later, your mind will wander away from the focus of the breath to thoughts, to emotions, called by sensations in your body. That's perfectly okay. It's what minds do. It's the nature of the mind to wander. And it's the nature of this practice to gently and kindly bring your awareness back to the breath. When you notice your awareness is no longer on the breath, it's not a mistake, it's not a failure. In fact, when you notice your awareness is no longer on the breath, that is awareness. You can congratulate yourself because you're aware of your experience. You might want to acknowledge briefly where the mind has been. Oh, that's sadness. And then gently escort your awareness back to a focus on the changing pattern of physical sensations in the lower abdomen. Renewing your intention to pay attention to the ongoing in-breath or the out-breath and the spaces in between. However often you notice that the mind has wandered, as best you can, congratulate yourself each time on reconnecting with your experience in the moment and gently escorting your attention back to the breath, and simply resume following in awareness the changing pattern of physical sensations that come with each in-breath and with each out-breath. You might also become aware of sensations in your body that call for your attention. Could be an itch or a tickle. It could be an ache that you hadn't really been aware of before sitting quietly. Or it could be a painful sensation, one that you deal with on a daily basis. For now, as best you can, simply observe that sensation and see what happens. Does it take on a different quality? Does it go away or grow in intensity? Or are there thoughts or emotions tied to the sensation? As best you can, simply observe the sensation and be aware of the separation of the sensation from the thought that labels it, or the emotion that may come along with it. And if when you're observing a sensation you decide to readjust your body to make yourself more comfortable or scratch an itch, that's perfectly okay. You might want to experiment first with being aware of the sensation and then becoming aware of the intention to scratch or readjust your position. And then being aware of your intention, going ahead and making whatever adjustment you need to make, whatever you need to do to be kind to your body at this particular moment. And then, as always, bring your awareness back to your anchor, back to your breath, simply observing the entire process of the in-breath and the entire process of the out-breath and the spaces in between. And reminding yourself from time to time that the point of this practice is simply to be aware of your experience in each moment as best you can, using the breath as an anchor to gently reconnect with the here and now. Each time you notice that your mind has wandered and is no longer in the abdomen following the breath. when you experience a thought or emotion or sensation that is uncomfortable for you, as best you can, simply try to observe that too. Our great tendency is to try to get rid of emotions and sensations that are not pleasant or comfortable. But just for this moment, see if you can simply allow the emotion or sensation to be there without pushing it away, because it already is here. Just for this moment, accepting that it is here and observing it, maybe even naming it, and then bringing your awareness back to the breath. It's as if you're sitting on the bank of a stream and you're watching the thoughts, the emotions, the sensations come and go like leaves floating by on the stream. When you notice that you've floated along with one of the thoughts or emotions or sensations, that you've been carried downstream, simply note that and bring yourself back to the bank of the stream, observing and watching the thoughts and emotions and sensations pass on by. And as we come to the end of this sitting practice, wherever you are now, just simply bring your awareness back to your breathing. Focus on the in-breath and the out-breath. Notice any thoughts or emotions you have about the sitting coming to an end. You might be relieved or impatient. You might be disappointed. You might be judging what you just did as if there's a right or a wrong way to do it. Simply note what's going through your mind as you become aware that you're nearing the end of this formal practice. And then let those thoughts or emotions float on by as you sit on the edge of the thought stream, simply observing your breath. And when you're ready, at your own pace, bring your awareness back into the room where you're sitting and allow yourself to open your eyes.